And we are live. Welcome back with Murphy Mag to another episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast, where we help you get started on your fitness journey. What is up, folks? How are y'all doing? Hope y'all having a great day. Hope you get your week started off right. If you're listening to this on a Monday, y'all get after it. Whatever that goal you have set is, work towards it today. I don't care if it's just one little simple thing, one little task, but do something to get better today. We're going to do a little solo podcast episode for y'all today, and I love getting to do the solo ones because I get to pick the topic. I get to talk about what I want to talk about. So that's what we're going to do today. And today we're going to cover a quote by none other than James Clear. You've probably heard of James Clear before. He's a pretty famous author, and he writes some pretty. He has some famous books, and I'm gonna look it up to make sure I tell you the right book. I think he's the author of Atomic Habits. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Atomic Habits. So if you've probably heard of the book Atomic Habits. If you hadn't, I definitely recommend it. I've read it before. It's a good book. But he has this quote, and I don't know where the quote comes from. I don't know if he says it in Atomic Habits or not. But he has this quote, and that's what the topic is going to be about today. And the quote goes, "Every action that you take is a vote for the person that you wish to become." So I think this is a great quote. It especially applies in your fitness journey. And that's what we're going to talk about today, how this applies to your fitness journey. And it's a great quote to live by. But I'll say it again. Every action that you take is a vote for the person that you wish to become. So this is a powerful quote, especially when it comes to fitness. So think about your daily actions, the little small actions that you do, repeated over time. Eventually, these are going to turn into your result. So like these little small actions that you do every day, your result is going to come from those. So most people tend to think or sometimes think that transformation just happens overnight. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's not the case. That don't happen. You didn't gain all that weight overnight. It took you probably years to put on all that weight. Well, guess what? It's probably going to take you years to get it all off, unfortunately. Yeah, you can do it pretty quick, but to do it right and to play the long game, it's going to take you a while. So just be patient. It's going to take you, like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. You didn't get fat overnight. You're not going to get skinny overnight. It just don't work like that. It don't work that way. In reality, transformation happens over time and happens through thousands of tiny little decisions that you make each and every day. And yes, I said thousands. We make decisions all day, every day, whether you're thinking about it or not. They may be conscious decisions, they may be unconscious decisions, but they're little tiny little habits that we make, and every one that we make is a vote for who we want to become. It's a vote for the result that we want to get out of something. So that's what we're going to cover today. So what does this quote actually mean? It means that every action that you take, it's casting a vote towards your future self, like your future identity, your future outcome. You're casting a vote towards that. And your habits, they are the proof of what you truly value. So you'll probably heard me say that you will make time for the things that are important to you. You'll make time for things that you value, and your habits are kind of what they lead to that. You know what I'm saying? Like your habits are proof of that, of what you value. So you become whatever you repeatedly do. So if you repeatedly overeat, you're gonna become overweight. If you repeatedly undereat, well, then you're gonna become underweight. You know what I'm saying? If you repeatedly practice the piano, well, then eventually you're gonna become a good pianist. Is that the right word? Pianist. Yeah, y'all get the idea. You've heard the saying, "You are what you eat" before. It's kind of the same thing. Like you are what you do, what you repeatedly do. So, for an example, if you go to the gym, that's a vote for you to become a healthier person. Or if you're drinking water instead of drinking soda, that's a vote for you maybe to become more disciplined. Or let's say you're going on a walk after work when you get home, maybe after dinner, you go on a walk. That's a vote for you to become more active, trying to be more active throughout the day, taking more steps. If you're meal prepping, this is a vote for you to become more intentional. That's huge. Intention is huge, especially when it comes to fitness. If you're getting enough sleep, that could be a vote for becoming someone who prioritizes your recovery. So recovery is huge when it comes to fitness. If you don't know that yet, you will find it out soon. You're going to have to learn to recover. So one action is not going to make any significant change. It's not going to make or break you. It's not going to change your life immediately. One action, whether that be a good action or a bad action, is not going to make that big of a change. But repeated actions day in and day out over time, they're going to shape your identity. They're going to shape your result or whatever you get out of it. So it's not just one action. It's not just two actions. It's the repeated actions that you do over time, repeatedly, day in and day out, consistently. That's what's going to make a difference. That's what's going to make the outcome of whatever it is you're trying to do or whatever you fail at doing. So fitness is think of it more of an identity rather than motivation, because we all know motivation is hard to rely on. Like motivation comes, motivation goes. We all know that. We get motivated to do certain things, then it gets hard and we're not so motivated and we want to quit. But if you can build that identity up around fitness or whatever it is you're trying to achieve, that identity can last. So instead of saying like, I'm trying to work out, or I'm trying to go to the gym, or I want to work out, start saying, I'm someone who takes care of my body. Like, try to change that identity. Don't rely on the motivation. Try to change it in your head. And I know it's just little simple things like this, and you probably don't think it makes a big difference. But if you do it over and over and over again, it can make a difference over time. So instead of saying, I'm trying to eat healthier, say, I'm the type of person who fuels my body properly. So it's just a different way of looking at it, a different way of saying it to yourself. And I know it's just a small thing, and it's kind of, what's the word? Not cringe. What's the word? It's kind of, not nerdy, but y'all get what I'm saying. It's kind of like a cliche, I guess is what the word, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but yeah, it's kind of weird to tell yourself this, but if you just do it over time, you'll start to believe in yourself. You'll start to build that confidence. Your brain will start to align with that identity more when you repeatedly enforce it on yourself. Like when you repeatedly remind yourself, I'm the type of person that fuels my body right. I'm the type of person who takes care of my body. You'll start to believe it after a while. You can convince yourself to believe in yourself. So that's what we want to do. These small actions that you're going to take, they're going to matter way more than the big actions that you take. So a lot of times, the beginners, they can kind of think, I need a perfect workout plan. I need the perfect diet. I need the perfect supplements. I need the perfect start date, a Monday, New Year's. But 9 times out of 10, that's going to fail if you don't have one thing, and that one thing is consistency. Consistency is going to beat perfection every single time, period. It's going to beat it because things take time. They take consistency. You can't just show up one day and expect to get it done. It's like the quote, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. So it kind of applies. Like consistency beats perfection when perfection is not consistent. So I guess it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, because you're going to have a day off. You're going to have a cheat meal. You're not going to be perfect. But if you can be consistent over time, then you can achieve that goal. So just know that going to the gym one time, one workout, it's not going to make you fit. One salad is not going to make you healthy. It's not going to make you lose weight. One bad meal is not going to ruin your progress. One bad meal is not going to, make you gain weight. It's really not. But one bad meal every single day over time, yeah, it probably will. One missed workout, it's not going to destroy your goals. You're not going to lose all your muscle, all your gains that you made in the gym from one bad workout. It's not going to happen. So what matters is the direction that you keep voting towards, that direction that you're going towards, you're voting each and every day when you make that decision to do that thing that will make you progress, that will help you in achieving said goal. So that brings us to the compound effect of habits. So and a lot of things have compound effects, and I think they happen in fitness as well. I think the compound effect is huge when it comes to fitness. So you probably know, like if you ever heard of like investing, like your retirement and stuff, it compounds over time. If you put money in a little bit at a time, over years and years and years of putting money in, that money will compound and it will become even more money than what you put in. I think this kind of plays an effect in your fitness journey as well. So it's going to be hard to see changes day to day. Like you're not going to see weight drop off every day, or you're not going to see your strength go up every day. But if you put in the work every day, and over time, those habits, that work will compound and you will see the results. Like you're probably not going to see, you're not going to lose 100 pounds in a month. But if say you're working out for 12 to 18 months, then yeah, you probably will hit that 100 pounds eventually because it compounds. And those habits, day in and day out, making the right decision is going to compound, and eventually you will see the result. Um, but it's just going to take time and consistency. So we'll use this as an example. Walking 20 minutes. Very simple, very easy to do, but it's not going to burn a lot of calories. It's not. If I'm being honest, walking 20 minutes is not very calorie burning. It's not calorie dense, And doing that per day, it may seem small, like a small feat. But if you did that every day for a year, that's a lot. Like after a year of walking 20 minutes every day, you're going to have better cardiovascular health. You're going to have a lot of calories burned because you did it 365 days. One day is not a lot. You may burn, I don't know what the number is. We'll just say 100 calories. 100 calories is not a lot to burn. But if you did that for 365 days in a row, that's a lot of calories. Probably going to build a better mood. You get outside, you're getting fresh air, moving your body, probably going to have more energy. You're definitely going to have stronger discipline because you made it a point to walk every day. That was your goal and you did it. So it's going to build your discipline up. So these tiny habits that you build, that you create, and you repeat it day in and day out consistently, it's going to create massive change. So like that one walk you took probably didn't do any change, but those 365 walks that you did over a year, that is going to make a change. That same, those little habits makes massive change. It can compound over time. But keep this in mind. It works the same way negatively as well. So it can be a good or bad thing. It could compound against you if you're doing the wrong things. But it could compound for you if you're doing the right thing. So small bad habits repeatedly, they can also compound. And you've probably experienced this. If you're somebody that's overweight and trying to lose weight, you've probably seen this yourself. There's little small habits, eating that bag of Doritos at nighttime. Every night you have one bag. Oh, that's not a big deal. It's one bag. But you eat 365 bags of Doritos once every day, that's going to compound. It's going to have an effect on you. So it works both ways. So remember that. It can be a good or bad thing, but use it for a good thing. Try not to let it compound against you. So that leads us to you don't have to be perfect. This is important for beginners. Even I have to tell myself this. I don't have to be perfect. I'm very hard on myself, and I beat myself up a lot about it. And you got to learn to give yourself some grace sometimes. So missing one workout is not a failure. I'll be honest. I hate missing a workout. I hate it. I don't like it. Why? Because I've just built up such a I built up like a love for fitness, and it is like a mental thing too. Like you feel like you're getting behind. Like you feel like it's going to get you off track. You're going to mess up your training program, especially right now. I'm training for a race, and I feel like if I miss a run, then I feel like I'm not going to be prepared when it comes to race day because I missed that one run. But let's be honest, that one run, how much of a difference is that really going to make? It's not going to make a huge difference. So I got to remember this and be honest with myself. Because sometimes it can be hard. Like we're always our biggest critics, or I am at least. That's how I feel. So I don't like missing it, and a lot of times I'll make it up. But it's okay if you miss one. It's okay. It's not going to be the end of the world. Like it's not going to get you off track as long as you get up and do it the next day. You know what I'm saying? Don't miss 2 days in a row. That's the rule. You can miss one day. Don't miss 2 days in a row. Eating one unhealthy meal, it's not going to screw you up. It's not going to mess you up. One meal is probably not going to gain any weight for you, but if you do that over time, it will. Having a bad week, that's not failure. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to keep casting votes for the person that you want to become. Remember that. Keep casting votes in the right direction, the direction that you want to go. Cast those votes, the right votes. So if you miss the gym, go to the gym the next day. That's casting the vote. Yeah, you missed it one day. No problem. The next day, it's time to go to the gym. You go. And if you go, that's a vote for the right direction. That's a vote for your goals, for your whatever you're trying to do. If you overeat one day, get back on track not even the next day. Do it the next meal. Like if you ate bad one meal, don't let that spiral into another bad meal and another bad day. Get back on to the next meal. Say you went overboard with dessert. Well, your next meal, maybe cut back a little bit on the next one, or eat your planned next meal and don't eat any extra. So don't let one bad decision, become that downward spiral. And I'm bad about this. I do this a lot. I'll be honest. I love sweets. If I have one sweet, that will create a trickle effect, and I'll eat another one and another one. And then I'm like, all right, screw it. I already had one or two. What's one more? You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for us to people that work out. It's not easy. It's not going to get any easier. You just have to get more disciplined over time. Especially when it comes to food. Food is such a hard one. Like for me, especially, and I justify eating food a lot because I run a lot, so I burn a lot of calories, and that's how I justify it. But I know that's not doing me any good. Like I'm speaking to y'all, but really I'm speaking to myself. Like this is about me too. I'm trying to hold myself accountable as well, and I got to stop justifying it just because I ran. A lot of times, yeah, I could probably use the extra calories, but I need to make those extra calories healthy, like actual food that's going to provide me value, some nutritional value, like some protein, carbs, fats, all the micronutrients that I need, instead of just getting those extra calories from junk food. So I know I'm calling myself out here. I do it as well. So don't just think I'm calling y'all out. So the person that you want to become is built daily, not weekly, not monthly, not every other week, not every other month. It's built daily. Your future body is being built right now. As we speak, it's being built right now. You're casting votes to your future self right now. Each and every decision you make, cast a vote. Your future mindset, you're building it right now. You're working on your mindset right now, whether that be good or whether that be bad. Your confidence is being built right now. If you make a vote in the right direction, well, that's going to help your confidence. That's going to boost your confidence because you did that thing that you said you were going to do or that you wanted to do. So that's going to help your confidence. So every workout, that's a vote. Every healthy meal, that's a vote. Every early morning, that's a vote. Every decision that keeps you going when you don't feel like it, that's a vote in the right direction. Now, again, you can have votes that take you to the wrong direction. So remember that. So some practical ways we can apply this to fitness is focus on daily wins. Number one, focus on daily wins. Stop obsessing over the massive results. Focus on winning the day. That one day. Don't worry about what you're doing tomorrow. Don't worry about your workout tomorrow. Don't worry about what you're eating tomorrow. Worry about what you're doing today. Win today. And then once you win today, when you wake up tomorrow, then you can focus on winning that day. Don't worry about that. Worry about right now. Be where your feet are. So ask yourself, what is one positive vote that you can cast today? What's one vote you can cast that will help you in your goal or whatever you're trying to achieve? What's one you can do today? Number two, lower your barrier to success. So make your habits easier. So what do I mean by that? Start with easier workouts. If you don't try to go to the gym 5 days a week if you haven't been going at all. Like start with 2 days a week. If you can do that, then you can add later. But start with 2 days a week. Make it a little easier for you. Because one little win will trickle into more wins and more wins and more wins. But if you said you were going to go 5 days a week and you didn't, well, guess what? You didn't win. You lost. So now it's hard to get back going. So start with easier workouts. Instead of running, go for a walk. Start with walking. Instead of trying to change up your whole entire diet at once, start with your drinks. Like cut out soda. Start with drinking water. Instead of trying to cut out your whole diet. It's hard. So those small wins are going to build momentum. And then when you get momentum, you'll create more and more and more and more wins. You've probably heard of the snowball effect, right? When you roll a snowball down a hill, which I don't know if you can actually do this. You probably can, but you always see it in the movies. Snowball starts really small. At the top of the hill, it's really small. But as the snowball rolls down the hill, guess what? It picks up momentum. And guess what? It gets bigger. And then it picks up more momentum. And then it gets bigger. And then it picks up more momentum. And then it's rolling. And you can't stop that snowball. It's going, getting bigger. And that's kind of the same idea with your habits. Once you make a small win, then you can build on top of that. You can make it bigger, make a better win, build on top of that, and just ride the momentum. Momentum's huge. I believe in momentum a lot, especially when it comes to like any kind of race or something that I'm working towards. When I can see progress, when I see my endurance get better, when I see my speed get faster, like that builds momentum for me, and it gets me even more motivated to go out and get better and get even faster or whatever it is I'm trying to achieve. So use that momentum to your advantage. Number three, build evidence for your new identity. So every time you complete a workout, you're proving to yourself that you are disciplined. You're proving to yourself that you can do and you will do what you said you were going to do. So if you don't do something that you said you were going to do, then that's going to kill your confidence in yourself. You're never going to be able to build that new identity that you're trying to achieve. So every decision you make is going to either build or it's going to break your confidence. So make the healthy decision. The right decision is going to build your confidence. Confidence comes from keeping the promises that you make for yourself. So if you can keep those promises, then you're going to build your confidence over time, period. That's just how it works. If you can show up to the gym every day that you say you're going to show up to, whether that be 2 days or 5 days or whatever it is, that's going to help you become more consistent. Because then the next week when it gets hard, you're like, all right, well, I'm going to go because this is what I do. I'm not going to go. Like nobody's going to make you go. So you got to not force yourself, but if you can build that confidence, then it just becomes a habit and you just do it. You don't question it. Number 4, stop waiting to feel ready. Because a lot of things in life, you're never going to feel ready. So a lot of times people will wait to get motivated. But like I said, motivation comes and goes. It's not reliable. And a lot of times people wait for big dates, like either Monday or New Year's. And that gives them a motivation. And that's good for some people. Like if that's what if you need to get motivated, good. But you just gotta be, if you need that for motivation, good. But a lot of times that motivation is not going to be there. So don't try to wait for motivation. Don't try to create motivation. You just have to just take action. You're not going to feel ready. You just got to do it. Do it dirty. Like done is better than perfect. Like just do it however you can instead of trying to make it perfect before you do it. Because if you try to wait and make it perfect, then it's probably never going to happen. So just get it done. If it's sloppy, who cares? You did it, and that's a step in the right direction. That's a vote for a better you. So that's my story for y'all. Every action that you take is a vote for the person that you want to become. Nobody's success came from one giant moment. It came from repeated daily choices that they did each and every day. Early mornings, hard workouts, showing up tired, the days you don't want to show up, staying disciplined when nobody's watching, just doing the little things day in and day out. So if you think of like a big event like the Olympics or something, somebody wins gold medal in something. Like, yeah, that's a big giant moment and that's a great achievement. But it's not that big moment when they cross the finish line that's not the thing that changed that person. That's not the thing that made that person great. What made that person great was training for 4 years. Really, all those Olympians probably trained their whole life. Training for their whole life, day in and day out, showing up to practice every week. A lot of them every day, early mornings, 2-a-days, hard workouts, recovering, doing the little things, eating right, providing the nutrients to their body, like fueling their body, training their body, like all those things that led up to that moment. That's what makes those athletes great. I mean, yeah, crossing the finish line is cool, and that's an awesome moment. But that's just such a little part of the whole grand scheme of things. The building, practicing day in and day out, that's what makes those athletes great, because they can do it year after year after year and get better and improve and be consistent with it. So yeah, that's what I got for y'all today. You're not defined by one workout. Remember that. You're not defined by one mistake. You're not defined by a missed workout. But you are defined by the repeated actions that you take every day. That's what's going to define you. And it's easy. Like fitness is the easiest thing to see if somebody does what they say they are doing, or if somebody's being not responsible, but if somebody's making the right choices or the wrong choices. Because it's very easy to see if you're overweight or if you're underweight or if you're jacked, if you got a lot of muscle. If you're a runner, you can kind of tell like how fast you run. Like fitness is the easiest thing to tell if you're doing the right things or not, because your body will literally show it. Your body will show it. It's a little different than like other things in life. Like you can fake a lot of things. There's a lot of things you can fake. You can fake being rich. You can fake being confident. You can fake being successful. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you can fake, because you can what's the word for it? You can like make things up. You can rent luxury cars. You can rent a Lambo and say you own it. That makes you look rich. You can rent a yacht. You can rent, I don't know, a fancy suit and do a speech somewhere and say you're successful, businessman. But one thing you can't rent is a body. You can't rent a body. You can't rent, jacked muscles. You can't rent a skinny, frame. So fitness is like the one thing that you can't pay for. It's the one thing you can't fake. So that's just so like your body is a direct representative of the actions that you make each and every day, period. Like it's that simple. So remember, every action is a vote. Every habit matters. Every small decision counts. That one, pushing away that dessert one time, that matters, because you have to do that over and over and over again, and that will help you lose weight, So every little action counts. So ask yourself this: what kind of person are you becoming through your daily habits? So think about your daily habits right now. What do you do on a daily basis? Are you working out? Are you eating right? Are you getting exercise? Are you walking every day? Like, what are you doing? What are your habits? And are they good? Are they bad? Are they working towards your goal? Or are they taking you away from your goal? Ask yourself that. So I encourage you, start small, start with little consistent habits you can make, and then stay consistent over time. And eventually they will compound and bring you great results. So keep casting votes for the person that you want to become. So thank y'all very much for tuning in this week to the Fitness Beginner Podcast. I enjoyed today's topic. I think it's a good one. Hopefully y'all got something from it. So if you haven't yet, leave a comment. Subscribe to the podcast, leave a comment, like, share, review, whatever you want to do. Please do all those things that helps the podcast get shared out there. So if you would, I really appreciate it. Leave a thumbs up, 5 stars, wherever you're listening at. We're on all podcasting platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're everywhere. So, and if you know somebody that could take something from this episode, send it to them so they can listen to it too. I'd appreciate it. So yeah, y'all always remember that your future you is being built right now by you, by the decisions you make each and every day. So remember that. Other than that, y'all have a great day. Y'all have a great week. Go get after it. Love y'all. Peace, love, protein. We out.